Well, good evening. Welcome to Bedtime Stories with me, Pastor Michelle. Today is Sunday, November 1st, and our man of the hour is Leland Melvin, and he is an astronaut. So let's hear about Leland Melvin. Leland didn't grow up wanting to be an astronaut. He watched the moon landing on TV with his family, but didn't see anybody who looked like him, so he never even considered wanting that for himself. He did grow up wanting to be like Arthur Ashe, the star athlete who had trained 5 blocks from where Leland grew up. Around the time he started playing sports, he got his first chemistry set and accidentally burned a hole in the carpet. He was amazed at how powerful chemicals could become once they were mixed. While on a football scholarship at the University of Richmond, he majored in chemistry. His classmates couldn't believe he was both an academic and an athlete. After graduation, he was drafted into the NFL. Unfortunately, he damaged a hamstring in training camp. It could have been the end of Leland's dreams, but his other love, science, was calling. He got a job at NASA Langley Research Center while earning his master's degree at the University of Virginia. At Langley, a friend suggested that he apply to become an astronaut. He was accepted on his first try. Being a candidate didn't mean he automatically got to go to space, though. He went into training, and again he was injured. He was in the neutral buoyancy lab, a big pool of water meant to simulate the feeling of space, when he suffered ear damage that left him partially deaf and unfit for spaceflight. This didn't make him any less of an astronaut. For several years, he worked at the Johnson Space Center in Houston and visited schools to talk about NASA. After some healing, he learned he had been reapproved for flight. So in 2008, on the space shuttle Atlantis, he flew into space on the 24th mission to the International Space Station. Through football, he learned perseverance and teamwork, and through his career as a scientist and astronaut, he learned patience and adaptability. In his life, he found that no plan is fixed, but that hard work and dedication allowed him to reach new heights. And so, there you have it. Reach for the moon. All right, so our Disney story tonight is coming to you from Lion King, and it's called Runaway Hippo. Crispy, crunchy bugs, Timon said. He was eating breakfast with Simba and Pumbaa. Suddenly, a sad cry came from the jungle. The sound is coming from over here, said Pumbaa. He led them to a muddy pond full of thick vines. In the middle of the swamp was a baby hippo. He was tangled up in vines and half buried in mud. Help, the hippo cried. When the little hippo saw Simba, he became very frightened. Oh no, a lion, he's going to eat me. Take it easy, Simba replied. These guys have got me on an all-bug diet. Timon grabbed a vine and swung over to the hippo. He began digging the little hippo out of the mud. Meanwhile, Simba jumped onto the hippo's back and began tearing at the thick vines with his teeth. That made the hippo even more afraid. You are trying to eat me, he cried. Finally, Simba and Timon got the hippo unstuck. Free at last, the muddy creature started to cry. Please, just don't eat me. I'm not going to eat you, I promise, said Simba. How did you get stuck in the mud? I was angry at my brother, and I bit his tail and made him cry. I was afraid my parents would be upset, so I ran away from home. I bet your parents are upset, said Simba, because you're gone and they're worried about you. They won't care. Come on, Simba said. He led the little hippo to the edge of the river. When they got there, they could hear the other hippos calling, Oi, 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 oi. I don't know if that's exactly how he said it. Listen, said the hippo. Oh, is my name. They're calling me. They miss me. Sure, you can't just run away without being missed, Simba said. When you're part of a family, no matter what you do, you'll always belong. Oh, that's nice. What about your family, Simba? Timon asked as they watched the little hippo rejoin his family. Do you think they miss you? I didn't used to think so, Simba replied thoughtfully. But now I wonder. So, blessings to all of you, and I hope all of you remember that you belong. A lot of times you hear about people, especially in the LGBT community, that their blood family don't accept them because of who they are and who they choose to love, but people are able to find chosen family. And I know that I love my family, my blood family, my family of origin. I love them, but I also love the family my chosen family as well, my close friends, that my wife and I have really just been blessed to have in our lives. And I do consider them like my chosen family, our family by choice. right? If that's the right word. So God bless all of you. Stay safe out there, my friends.